There's all 7 of them in one shot. Hey YouTube friends. Well, it's Sunday afternoon and I think it's way past time for me to catch you up on the chickens. I haven't had you in the chicken pen for a while. The chickens are all fine. But a while back, a couple months ago, yeah, month and a half ago, I thought that my big brown hen, Brownie, was gonna have some babies. She went broody and I had lots of eggs, so I put 17 eggs under her and I waited 21 days. Not right now, because I am coming to check on my mommy hen who's been broody now. Oh my goodness. Look at the very deep dust baths they've been taking. That's a crater dust bath. They've been, and you know, I've meant to mention this so many times, but can you see that? And right there at the end of my fingertip, all in here are seashells. Lots of seashells. Because we live near the coast, and when they scratch up the earth in this pen, because there's no grass left in here at all, and the seashells are everywhere. Okay, so let's look at little Miss Broody Mama. Her name is Brownie. Okay, here she is. Now you see how she has flattened herself out to be so big. Oh, I better clean up that poo-poo down there. They've got some eggs. Let me get that poo-poo. Now in Brownie's defense, I've now got that cage up around her. She's got her little nest area here with some straw, and I put feed in here for her to eat, and she's got a bowl of water. But the other hens can't get in, and she can't get out. There's really not a place for her to poop, and she doesn't poop very often because she doesn't eat or drink much. You can just see one, don't peck me, one little egg down there you can see. She's got about 13 of them underneath her, and they should be beginning to hatch out tomorrow or the next day. Bye-bye, Brownie. Take care. And there's the daddy, and these are the babysitters. Let's see if we got any eggs. They've been laying in this box. Oh, no, there's somebody in there. I better not. See, look. I didn't look. I just held the camera over there. That is Pepper. If I looked in there, Pepper would freak out and come running out. But I want her to lay. Okay, so I'll keep you posted on how Brownie is doing. And nothing happened. And then I wondered, because I didn't write it on the calendar, I thought, oh, what if I was a week off? So I left it for another 7 days. Still nothing. So at this point, the poor bird has been sitting in a broody box with a little food and water, but she's been in there for 4 weeks in the middle of the summer. This was in mid-August, okay? So I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. I waited a few more days and I thought, you know, something's wrong. So I asked my chicken expert friend, Melody, and she said, it's possible the eggs got too hot, okay? I know that this rooster can fertilize eggs, so it's not the rooster. So anyway, must have been just the time of year. None of the eggs developed. 17 eggs, and none of them did. So today, then Sheena went broody for a couple of days, but she's a terrible mama, and it doesn't take much to convince her not to be broody, because she just really would prefer to eat, and she don't want to be broody. But then this morning, I went out into the chicken pen, and Henny Penny was acting so strange. She was all fluffed up, and she was grumpy. That's a sure sign. And I'm about to go out there, and I want to see if Henny Penny is sitting in a box with 3 or 4 eggs underneath her, looking angry. And then I'll know she's a good mama. And the weather is cooling, so I'm wondering if I can get some baby chicks out of Henny Penny in about 21 days. Hello, friends. Well, I'm outside today, and I think I have not taken you to see the chickens in a while. I find my chickens very entertaining. They're behaving there's always 1 or 2 that are behaving very strangely. And so I thought today we would go take them a snack, and I know when I go out there with a snack, they're going to come running. So we can watch them do that, and I'll show you the different hens and tell you what they've been up to. Let's look at their snack, though. I do have friends with chickens who take all of their food scraps out to them. They take bones and meat and vegetables and lettuce and all kinds of things, and their chickens eat it all up. My chickens don't do that. My chickens like bread. So this is some leftover pita bread we got, and it was awful, so I'm giving it to chickens. They love chopped up apples, and I do try to chop them so that I remove the seeds. I've heard the seeds are not good for them. Their favorite thing is corn, so if I have any leftover popcorn, if I make a batch of popcorn, which I make on my stove top, I save all that for them. Anyway, this is not a huge snack, but we'll take this out there, and we'll see how long it takes for them to come running. Chickens! Anybody want a treat? It's time for a treat. Hey guys, here they come. There's Sheena. There's Roo-Roo. Y'all want a treat? Okay, here it is. Now the clucking noise he's making, he's telling them that there's food. And if you watch Roo-Roo, he'll peck at it, but he won't really necessarily eat anything. Now I want you to look at this hen really closely. This is Henny Penny. She's molting. See how you can see her raw places where her feathers ought to be? She looks like a hen in her underwear. She just looks awful. She looks awful. Look at her. Oh my goodness. And actually, she feels it and she's rather embarrassed. Now normally they'd all come running. I think they can tell I'm filming. She ought to be full and fluffy like Sheena here, but she's not. And when they molt, that just means they're getting new feathers. It's okay, Henny Penny. It's okay. Now Sheena was recently broody, and that means that she spent 21 days wanting to sit on eggs. Now you see how Roo-Roo won't let her eat, won't let Henny Penny eat. She is hen non grata. Now he's walking away. She's going to try to come in here and get something to eat. She's succeeding. I'm going to back up. I think they're not used to my camera. Oh, here comes Bibby. Bibby's the black one that just came around the corner. And the one over there is Pepper. Okay, one furthest away. We're still missing Clemmy. And who else? Oh, Brownie. We're missing Brownie. They might be laying eggs. Anyway, so Sheena, this one right here, she was broody, and she was a pain in the neck. I know because of her temperament that she would make a terrible mother. So I didn't let her sit on her eggs. And I would take her off her eggs and lock her in the coop all day long so the other hens would be able to lay. And I would take the eggs away. She looks like she's trying to listen to me talk about her. And she was so mad at me. Every morning, I would pick her up out of the laying box. And you have to grab them underneath their wings. Boy, y'all are acting funny. You have to get them underneath their wings so they won't peck your hands too bad. You have to wear gloves. Maybe I'll demonstrate this one day if I could ever get the camera set up. And if you get underneath their wings, they won't peck you as hard because, of course, they'd be pecking their wings. And then I also would grab, look what she just did to Bibby. They won't let Bibby come over and eat either because she is the lowest hen on the totem pole all the time, no matter who's molting. Anyway, so I would grab her around the neck and she'd still try to pet me. She was so mad. And then miraculously one day she was done with her being broody. And so, oh, there's one of those fuzzy bear bugs. Oh, I don't think anybody's going to eat that one. I bet that's poisonous. Look at those two. See, there's the molting one and there's the lowest one on the totem pole, and they're both they realize if they come over here they're going to get pecked. Sheena is having a nice snack. Anyway, oh, there are some eggs. Let's go look. Is anybody in here? Nobody's in there. In here, we have 2 eggs. Well, that's kind of pitiful. I had none yesterday. No eggs yesterday. 2 eggs today. I might walk out into I wonder why Brownie didn't come in. And Clemmy. Clemmy is usually really up for a snack. Let's make sure nobody is in the coop. The coop is all open. I open it up during the day to air it out. There's nobody in there. I like that I can look all the way down the length of the coop and see if anybody's in there. All right, let's go around to the orchard. They're finishing up that snack. Before I take you to the orchard, I want to show you something really kind of horrible, but it's important to me. I'm going to go way over here, and I don't know if you can tell what this is that's going up there and going up. I'll get close without my hand getting close. See those bones? That's a snake. It's a very old, desiccated, dead snake. It's been hanging there for several weeks, and when I first saw it, it was already dead. But it did what 2 other very large snakes have tried to do before it, and that is try to get into this pen. Now this pen looks frightful, but it's a terrible place for humans, but it's a great place for hens. And the whole thing is surrounded with this netting. And the squirrels do find ways to get in, but the snakes try to climb up the netting, and they get their scales tangled in the netting. It's all up here. I really put it in here to protect them from aerial predators, but I had no idea it would work so well on snakes. But those snakes would have stolen eggs or killed babies, or perhaps even killed one of my smaller hens. All right, after that gruesome conversation. Now this is the orchard. It's in pretty rough shape. It could use one last mowing before winter. This is kind of the back side of the garage. Oh, Roo-Roo went back in there. So did Bibby. So did Sheena. They went back to finish up the snack after I left. I've got a branch down here right by the gate. It goes all the way up where that sun is shining up there. It's still attached to the tree, and Adam's going to have to get that down. It's too big for me. I still haven't seen Clemmy. Where is Clemmy? Clemmy! I wonder where Clemmy is. Clemmy's been acting really weird lately. Clemmy and Henny Penny have been having sleepovers at night. They stay in the laying box where the eggs are. Well, where the eggs would be if I hadn't removed them. And they stay in there and they sleep all night in there together. And I think it's because Henny Penny is molting a really bad molt. And I think that Clemmy is her best hen friend. And so I think that Henny Penny is afraid to go into the coop because she'll get pecked at. And so Clemmy is sleeping out there with her, which is very sweet. And then last night I couldn't find Bibby, the little black one. She's my youngest hen. She's only about 1.5 years old. Couldn't find her anywhere when I put him to bed. And anyway, I had to give up because it was getting dark. So I gave up. I thought, well, she didn't come in the pen. You know, maybe she's out in the orchard. And maybe I'll find her tomorrow. Well, sure enough, this morning, she was in the orchard. And I'm so thankful. This orchard does have lots of blue sky, but on the end down there where they tend to stay, it's quite shady, lots of tree cover. So aerial predators really can't see them if they stay down there. And they do tend to hang out down there a lot. The birds that have died out here have all died down on this end. And I don't know if a local cat has gotten to them. Oh, look what they're doing. They're stirring up the ground underneath the pear tree. Here's the pear tree. And they're taking little dust baths out here. Good for them. I have no idea where Clemmy is. Clemmy is kind of a brown-gray kind of bird. Now these two, I've got a spider's web here. Let's get it out of the way. I'm walking down the orchard and these two are walking in front of me because they're nervous of me. They think I'm following them, which I kind of am. They're going back. Now see, Henny Penny has found a way out of the orchard. I'm not sure how. Matter of fact, I think all my hens are learning escapist tendency. Henny Penny got out twice. And one time Adam and I chased her back in. And one time she just came back in on her own. There they go. There goes Pepper. Who's back there? Henny Penny, is that you? Okay. There goes Pepper. Here comes Henny Penny. There she goes running. Anyway, still don't know where Clemmy is. Clemmy is short for Clementine. Sometimes I come back here and I find evidence. Lots of feathers, and I know that somebody got taken and killed. I found Sylvie back here dead. That was quite distressing. I think she was killed by a cat. Let's go on this side. It's pretty weedy back here. And this is baby snake season, so I am wearing my boots. Back on the other side of the pear tree, they love to hang out underneath the grapevines on this side of the fence. They've really worn it down over there. It's quite possible that Clemmy jumped the fence, either this fence into the pasture, and there's no dogs there now to hurt her, or she might have sneaked through that fence into the neighbor farm. There's nobody over there. She'd be wandering around. She could be hiding in here. She could be hiding. Boy, there's holes out here. I keep on stepping in them. She could be hiding in the pen, and I just didn't see her. It seems unlikely. It's a mess out here. Adam has many, many more important jobs to do than mow the orchard, which the only people who come out here are the hens. So, and occasionally me. Oh, there's Clemmy. Clemmy, where were you? There's Clemmy. We'll get a closer shot. You'll see about her coloring. She has black on her head, a little black on her tail. Otherwise, she's kind of a stripy gray brown. There she is. Hey, Clemmy. I should get good photographs of all these hens. Maybe I'll work on that, and I'll try to attach that to this video. It's a good way to remember them, because I'll tell you, over the next 3 years, probably all these hens, and maybe even the rooster, will be gone. Hate to say that. This is their favorite tree to hide under here. That's the swamp myrtle. It's the only swamp myrtle that we accidentally left back here, and it's really grown, and they love to sit under there in the shade, and they really keep, the areas where they stay, they keep it really pecked down. See how they like to go under there? That's Sheena and Brownie under there. This is an apple tree. Now, it used to have this lovely branch, long branch on this side. Oh, there goes Bibby. Bibby does not like me to be around. She's very nervous. And anyway, Adam finally had to cut this branch off because it was sticking way out and making it impossible to mow. It doesn't really bear many apples, but they like to sit on the branches sometimes. There comes Henny Penny. Oh, and there's... Okay, so Roo-Roo is getting all of his hens together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they're all going to be under the tree at once. Okay, well, we'll see if we can get some photos. So I've got escapist hens. I've got broody hens. I've got mean hens. And I have hens that have slumber parties. It's a little confusing keeping track of them. I've just opened up their gate to go out into the orchard today, and they all wait right near me. Not too near, but they all are eager to get out into the orchard. So here's their little bitty gate. And I prop it up, and now they'll all go out. 1, Clemmy, Sheena, Henny Penny. Oh, Pepper's nervous because I'm standing too close. I'll back up, Pepper. There goes Pepper. Roo-Roo's nervous too. Roo-Roo doesn't like to leave until they're all gone. And he's got one lone hen over here, Bibby. He's like, the other women are out there, I'd better go. You gonna go, Roo-Roo? You trying to get Bibby to come? There she goes. All right, now you can go. All right, y'all have fun today. Don't get in trouble. Don't bite anybody. This is the red gate that goes into the orchard, and any one of those chickens at any time can hop up onto this gate and hop down on this side. There's really nothing keeping them in there when they're in the orchard. They're more contained in the pen. Anyway, the one that loves to do that is Bibby, and that's one way you can tell that she is the bottom chicken, because she will escape from the flock, and she loves to come hop over and come out here, and there's just a little grassy area here that's in between the pasture fence and the garage. It's kind of narrow, and sometimes we'll come out of the house and you'll just see Bibby. She's a sweet little black hen. She'll just be over here nibbling away in the grass, and as soon as anybody comes out of the house, she runs to the gate and hops back in. So she knows she's supposed to be in there, and as she gets older and she becomes one of the more important hens to the rooster, then she'll work her way up on the pecking order, and then she won't escape as much. One of the most fun things about just having a few hens is that you really get to know whose egg belongs to who. Now, hens are rather private about laying their eggs. You probably noticed that in some of my videos, that if I surprise a hen when she's laying, not only do I squeal, but she gets pretty upset too. But you learn over the years to observe who's laying, who's not laying, who's molting, who's broody, and which eggs are showing up and which eggs are not. Now, if you look at these eggs, you'll notice that this one is slightly smaller than the others. Is that right? Yes, that's right. This one is slightly smaller. It won't be for much longer. This one belongs to Bibby. She's my youngest hen, and so she has the smallest eggs. And they used to be very small compared to the others. Now, they're just about to catch up. Like the next oldest hen is Pepper. And boy, now see, it's getting hard. I know that this is Pepper's because it's whiter, and she has little white earlobes, and so I know that's her egg. Hers is my closest to a white egg as I get. It's a little pink. So this is Pepper. This is Bibby. Yeah, see, hers wobbles in the container more than this one. This green one belongs to Sheena, and it took me a long time to figure out, and it was confusing because Sheena and Brownie look almost exactly alike, but they have very different colored cones, and that makes a difference. Anyway, she gives me my green egg. That's Sheena. Now, among these three, of the hens I have left, the three I have left, I have Henny Penny, Brownie, and Clementine. Now, for a while when Brownie was broody, I think I didn't get this color egg. So I think this is Brownie's egg. And these two are so much alike, it's really hard to tell. This one's slightly darker, this one's slightly lighter, and I am really not sure between Clementine and Henny Penny which is which. That's the last thing I'd love to know. But it's very, very fun to evaluate eggs. Notice how Roo-Roo is the one talking. He tells them where the food is. And they can eat, and he stands up and looks around. He's looking for danger. He will sacrifice himself to save any of those hens. Clemmy has one feather on her side sticking up at the weirdest angle. I tried to pluck it out the other day and it wouldn't come. It's very well attached. Don't know what's up with that. The interesting thing is they don't view me as a danger. Roo-Roo does not see me as a predator, which is wonderful. Okay, little chickens. See you later.